High or Low? A Look at Sound by Jennifer Boothroyd. What is sound? Sounds are all around us. A dog barks, a bell rings, a motor hums. All this sound is a form of energy. We hear sound when something vibrates or moves back and forth. The vibrations travel in waves. Our ears catch the waves and hear the sound. How sound travels. Sound waves travel in all directions. You can hear fireworks boom and crackle from anywhere nearby. Sound reflects or bounces off objects. An echo is a reflected sound. The large shapes on this wall reflect the sounds that instruments make. The shapes help fill the room with music. Sound waves can travel through solid objects. You can hear a knock through a wooden door. Sound waves can travel through gases. The air is made of many gases. A police siren's wail travels in the air for several blocks. Dolphins talk underwater through squeaks, clicks, and other noises. Sound can travel through liquids too. Many animals make noises to communicate with one another underwater. Pitch. Pitch describes how low or high a sound is. The sound of two glasses clinking has a high pitch. The roar of a lion has a low pitch. The faster something vibrates, the higher the pitch. The slower it vibrates, the lower the pitch. Blow air into a whistle slowly and then blow faster. The whistle should have a higher pitch the second time because it is vibrating faster. An object's length can also change its pitch. The shorter keys on a xylophone make higher sounds than the longer keys. A tuba makes a very low sound. The air travels a long way through the instrument. Air travels a short way through a flute. This instrument makes a higher sound. This boy's tuba makes a much lower sound than his bandmate's flute. Guitar and violin players push down on the strings of the instrument to change the notes. When they hold down a string, the part of the string that vibrates is shorter, and the string vibrates faster. The pitch is higher. Volume. Quiet or loud describes a sound's volume. You need to use a quiet voice in the library. You can use a loud voice when you play outside. You can change the volume of a TV to make it quieter or louder. But what can make a sound seem louder without a volume button or dial? A megaphone can. That's because a sound is louder when sound waves are focused. Sound waves become less powerful as they spread out in the air. A megaphone helps focus sound waves. This cheerleader uses a megaphone to make her voice sound louder. Cupping your hands around your mouth can also make your voice sound louder. You can hear a quiet sound nearby, but it's harder to hear a quiet sound from far away. The sound waves spread out too much. How sounds are made. To make a sound, an object must vibrate. There are many ways to make vibrations. These cymbals make a sound when they are hit. The force from a push can make an object vibrate. Drummers make sounds by hitting their drums. When we talk and sing, air passes through our vocal cords. The air makes them vibrate. These kids sing in their school choir. We use air to make vibrations in wind and brass instruments. These students play their trumpets by blowing air into them. Friction can also make things vibrate. Friction is caused when two things rub against each other. You hear a sound when you rub your hands together. When a bow rubs on a violin string, the violin makes a sound. How many sounds have you made today? An activity for seeing sound. We use our ears to hear sounds. Inside an ear is a thin part called the eardrum. Sound waves make the eardrum vibrate. These vibrations are turned into messages for our brain. Try this activity to see how our eardrum vibrates. What you need: a scissors, a balloon, a glass, a rubber band, and a pinch of sugar. What you do: cut off the bottom of the balloon. This should make the balloon able to stretch over the top of the glass. 2. Stretch the top of the balloon tightly over the glass. Use the rubber band to hold the balloon tightly to the glass. 3. Set the glass on a firm surface. Put a little bit of sugar on top of the balloon. 4. Make loud noises like shouting or clapping near the cup. Watch how the sugar bounces as the sound waves make the balloon vibrate. 5. Experiment with different noises and with different distances from the cup. Do they make the sugar bounce more or less? Glossary. Friction, a force that slows things down or makes them stop. Rubbing creates friction. Gas, a substance that will spread to fill any space that contains it. Liquid, a wet substance that you can pour. Pitch, the highness or lowness of a sound. Reflect, to bounce back. Solid, a substance that has a definite shape. Vibrate, to move back and forth quickly. Vocal cords, parts of the throat that let a person talk or sing when air is breathed out, causing them to vibrate.